Question: what is JSA? A job safety analysis, JSA, is a procedure which helps to integrate accepted safety and health principles and practices into a particular task or job operation. In a JSA, each basic step of the job is to identify potential hazards and to recommend the safest way to do the job. Other terms used to describe this procedure are job hazard analysis, JHA, and job hazard breakdown, JHB. Question: what are the duties of a safety officer? Prepare toolbox talk. Prepare monthly statistics. Prepare the checklist. Prepare accident reports. Arrange management meetings. Arrange the safety classes training. Arrange monthly safety bulletin. Inspection of fire extinguisher. Arrange first aid training classes. Arrange safety competitions like quiz, slogan, poster competitions, exhibition, etc. Question: what are the precautions for welding? Remove all combustion material from the place of welding. Clear the work area and cover wooden floor with fireproof mats. Welding mechanic should be kept within the visibility of the welders. Erect fire-resistant screen around the work. All welding cables should be fully insulted. All welding machines should be double-earthed. Welding area should be dry and free from water. Keep the fire extinguisher and sand nearby. Use leather hand gloves, goggles, and helmets. Switch off the power when welding is stopped. Do not allow the helper to do welding. Do not shift the welding cable unless the electric power is switched off. Terminal of the welding cables should be provided 3 cables with lugs and kept tight. Oxygen hose in black and acetylene hose in red in color as per standard. NRV of the blow torches should be maintained properly. Avoid backfire. Welders should be trained properly. Cylinders should be stored in a cold, dry place away from bottom heat and direct sunlight. Proper housekeeping, good ventilation in the working area. Smoking should be avoided from welding area. Hose connection should be proper made. Barricade the work area and put a signboard. Rolling of cylinders should be avoided. Flashback arrestor should be attached in each cylinder. Any leakage of cylinder should be kept separately. Question: what is the precaution for gas cutting? Keep fire extinguisher nearby. Keep fire watch nearby. Remove all combustible from work area. Use all necessary PPE. Never put welding gas cylinder inside a confined space. Hoses shall not be laid in pathways. Gas cutting torch should have flashback arrestors. Gas test to be done to check for presence of flammable gas in sight. Good housekeeping and ventilation necessary in working area. Hose connections should be made properly. Question: what are the precautions for painting? All flammable material should be cleared from the work area. The required protective clothing and equipment must be worn. Cartridge respirators shall always be worn. Adequate ventilation is necessary. Adequate washing facilities must be readily available. Barrier cream should be applied to the skin. Question: what are hazards and injuries in manual handling? Cutting fingers due to sharp edges. Burns due to handing of hot articles. Foot injuries due to dropped articles. Slip disc due to improper posture in lifting on object. Strains to wrist or fingers. Sprains, wounds, hernias, fractures. Question: cause of accidents in manual handling? Improper lifting. Carrying too heavy loads. Improper gripping. Failure to use PPE. Lifting greasy, oily, and irregular objects. Poor physique. Question: what precautions are needed to avoid accident in manhandling? Stand at safe distance from the load. Sharp edge should be removed before lifting a material. PPE such as safety gloves and safety shoes should be used. If the weight is too heavy for one person to lift, then he has to seek the assistance. The pathway should not be blocked by obstacles while carrying the load. Avoid difficult actions, movements, and forces while carrying the load. Modify the task by using hooks and crowbars. Mechanical equipments like cranes should be used. Modify the objects. Question: tips for manuals handling? Plan. Clear the path. Move in close to the load. Secure your grip. Hold your head upright. Maintain normal curves of the spine. Power the lift with legs and body weight. Don't twist. Question: cause of accidents in mechanical handling? The sudden failure of wire rope or a chain. Slipping of the load from the sling. Swinging of the load at the time of lifting. The load sometimes hits the man. Question: what are the accidents in poor housekeeping? Men getting hit by failing from overhead. Men slipping as greasy, wet or dirty floor. Men failing in open tank without cover in level floor. Accidents due to poor lighting. Fire accidents due to faulty electrical wires. Question: what are the advantages in good housekeeping? It helps in the reduction of accidents including fire accidents. It saves the property damages. It improves employee morale. Better productivity. Working area becomes presentable. Human energy is conserved. Visitors are very much satisfied. The burden of supervisor is reduced. Question: how to care and maintenance of hand tools? Tools must be kept clean and free from corrosion. Keep metal parts lightly oiled. Remove burrs from edges of tools and heads of chisels. Tools which are not in use must be stored separately. A good worker regularly inspects his tools. Do not use tools without handles. Question: how to prevent accidents of power tools? The operators should wear face shields or safety glasses. Power tools should be placed in the storeroom after use. Power tools should have protected by guards. Pneumatic hoses or electric cables of power tools should not pass through passageways. The electrical power tools should be properly earthed. Never horseplay with hose of pneumatic tools. Power tools machines should be maintained and operated properly. Question: what are the causes of accidents of hard tools? Due to wrong way using of tools. Due to defective condition of tools. Due to failure of using right tools for right job. Due to wrong way of carrying tools. Question: what precautions are necessary in electrical work? Only competent persons should handle the electrical equipments. The equipments should be earthed properly. All temporary electric lines should be drawn at least above man's height. Cable should be completely insulated. Cable should not have any joints. Only connection for one point. Good housekeeping on the area. Fire protection equipment to be kept nearby. Use rubber gloves and rubber boots. Use good quality of wire. Power isolation close to the job. Use 3-pin plugs instead of loose wire. Never operate any electrical equipment with wet hands. Never stand on wet surface while working electrical equipments. During thunderstorm, do not stand under tree. Proper signboard is necessary. No person should work on any live electrical conductor. The switch shall only be put on by person who switched it off. Question: what are the hazards in construction? Fall of person from top and getting injured. Fall of objects from top and below person injury. Fall of materials from top and damaged. Person fall into excavated pit. Collapse of soil and persons below can get injury. Damage of UG cables and sewage pipe. Collapse of scaffolding and person fall from height, get injury. Electrical shock. Fire and explosion. Burn injury. Health and lung problems. Snake's bite. Poisonous gas. Foreign body in eye. Question: cause of accident in construction. Erection equipment failure. Falling of persons from height. Electrical shocks. Improper lighting. Non-stop working by worker. Unsafe work methods. Collapsing of earth during trench excavation. Failure of use safety equipment. Working a height without safety belt.